When you start learning React, the very first concept that you come across are components. And very early on, you're also told that component names must begin with a capital letter. But have you ever wondered why? And what if I tell you you can name your component starting with a lowercase letter and still make it work? Well, let's find out how that's possible in this video. So the answer to both of these questions lies in how JSX works. You might be used to writing JSX inside of your React components like this. So I have a header component and it just returns a simple h1 element here. And I have an app component that returns this header component from inside of it. So the return value of both of these functions is JSX. After creating more such components, you might begin to feel that JSX is actually a part of React. But that's not true. JSX and React are two separate things. You can actually use React without JSX and you can use JSX outside of React as well. JSX stands for JavaScript XML and it's neither JavaScript and it's nor HTML. This means that you cannot use or run JSX directly within the browsers. Just like how you can't run TypeScript in your browsers, you first have to transpile your TypeScript into regular JavaScript. Similarly, you need to transpile your JSX code into regular JavaScript code. So let me show you what happens if I try to do this inside of my browser's console. So I have const element equals to and some JSX, which is h1 hello world. As you can see, I've come across this syntax error. Because of this angular bracket, the syntax is not identified by the browser as valid JavaScript syntax. Similarly, if you're just using React.js inside of a project, the React.js library will not be able to understand what JSX is and you won't be able to run React.js inside of the browser. To make it work, you need to convert your JSX code into valid JavaScript code. And don't worry, because most of the times it's automatically done for you when you're using tools like Create React App, White, or Next.js. So if you use Create React App, it comes with Webpack and Webpack uses Babel for doing this JSX transpilation for you. White uses a tool known as ESBuild and Next.js uses the Speedy Web Compiler. You can actually try out these tools directly inside of your browsers to see how this JSX code is converted into JavaScript code. So let me show you an example. Here I have the Speedy Web Compiler open up here. So I've provided it const element equals to h1 hello world as my input, and as you can see, the output is this var element equals to react.create element h1 null and hello world. Similarly, you can try and see how Babel compiles it. So let me open up Babel online here. Now you might notice that the output of Babel is slightly different from the output of Speedy Web Compiler. Instead of compiling to the react.create element function calls, Babel compiles it to this underscore JSX function calls. This JSX function is actually just an extra layer that has been added between your JSX code and the react.create element function calls. It ultimately calls the react.create element function only. This new JSX function was introduced because prior to Babel version 7.9.0, you actually had to import React in all of your React components, even if you were not using any imports from the library, so that it could use the react.create element function. But with this newer version, the JSX function does not require you to import React inside of your components. It will automatically do the necessary imports without you having to do it. So the react.create element function calls actually return a plain JavaScript object. These JavaScript objects are known as React elements and they represent parts of your UI. React then uses these objects to construct the DOM and to keep your UI up to date. But we won't go into details about how that's done. Let's focus on the question here, why your React component names must start with a capital letter. Well, this is to differentiate your components from your inbuilt HTML elements. For example, you can have a component named header and you also have an inbuilt HTML tag called header. React.create element function calls needs to know what you're referring to, if you're referring to the HTML element or you're referring to a custom component, so that React is able to update the DOM correctly. Now notice one thing in this transpiled code. Now notice the first arguments of these react.create element function calls. So when an element type starts with a lowercase letter, it refers to a built-in component like div or span or h1, and this results in a string being passed to the create element function. For example, inside of the header component, the JSX that you're returning is just one single h1 element. And that's why the string h1 is passed to the react.createElement function. Whereas in the app component, since we're calling the header component, which starts with a capital H, in this case, instead of a string header being passed here, the component itself or the function itself is passed to react.createElement. Elements that start with a capital letter correspond to a component that is defined within that file, or it is imported from some other file inside of your component file. Let's see what happens if you name your header component starting with a smaller case letter. So function header and then updating the return value of the app component as well. So this is what I'm able to see in the web page. Inside of the DevTools, you can see instead of h1 hello world being rendered, it actually has the header HTML tag rendered here. So this behavior remains the same even if your component names do not correspond to a valid HTML tag. For example, if the name of my component was heading instead of header, so function heading, and then I'm returning heading inside of the app component, you'll see that the heading tag is rendered instead, and the browser simply, while passing the HTML, simply just ignores this tag, and still the correct component is not rendered, which is the h1 tag should be rendered in place of the heading component. So that's the reason why it's recommended that you start your component name starting with the capital letter. Now, if you do have a component whose name starts with a lowercase letter, here's how you can make it work. All you have to do is to assign it to a capitalized variable and then use it. So in this case, since I have heading, instead of using this heading function directly, I assign it to const capital H heading and then return this capital H heading, and now it works perfectly. This is sort of a workaround on how to make your component name starting with a lowercase letter work. Note that this is not the recommended approach. You should always name your component starting with a capital letter. Otherwise, it's just going to lead to confusion. One last thing before I end this video is that you can write React without using JSX. So JSX is not really required for using React since it compiles down to these react.createElement calls. Anyways, you can directly use these react.createElement function to create React elements like this, though this might not be as convenient as using JSX.